Hello to everyone. Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to have a discussion with you all as well as do a general reading. Um, I do feel that this topic might be kind of specific to certain people. It may not be for everyone. Um, but I did, prior to coming on tonight, I stumbled upon a clip. You know how YouTube just gives you recommendations, and I stumbled upon what do you call the show? American Idol clip. And I was bawling, y'all. I'm telling you, I was crying. I probably was sitting in a river of tears not too long ago. It was one young girl. She was 17 years old, and she ended up having a brain tumor, which ended up causing a lot of swelling on her brain. And she went into the hospital with eye problems. She was having a hard time seeing. And the doctors immediately rushed her into the emergency room in order to remove 50% of the tumor. But by the time she got home, her vision was completely gone. And so at 17 years old, she ended up, walking with, a walking stick. And when she went back to school, many of her peers teased her. And, she went through a lot at such a young age, unexpectedly, just randomly. But one thing that she never did was she never gave up. She knew that she had a gift. She knew that she possessed something that was divinely given to her that couldn't be taken away through surgery. It couldn't be taken away through other people's lack of compassion for her. And so she strengthened her gifts. She used that as being her light. It was something that brought happiness to her. And so she never gave up. And she ended up on American Idol. I don't know if she actually made it through, but it was a testimony, that you don't want to lose your faith in spite of what you have going on right now. I don't know if this story might relate to you all in some way, shape, or form, or if you needed this in order to encourage you, because it definitely encouraged me to stay on the path, to stay on the journey in spite of what others may think, or in spite of, it's about just being who you was divinely created and crafted to be, and not resisting it, but going with it and presenting your gifts to the world unapologetically and without necessarily expectation, but just doing it because that's just who you are. That's just authentically who you are. Um, and so I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. I did have some notes that I had taken down. This was way before I even watched American Idol, that clip. But I'm going to read these to you, and then I'm going to pull the cards to see how this all comes together. Like I said, this message may not be for everyone. Please like and subscribe if you find that my messages resonate with you and they help you to bring some light to guide you down your path. So I'm seeing that some of you all might be feeling weighed down right now. I feel like some of y'all are trying to maintain a false sense of happiness and security within a certain situation, whether it's a mindset, whether it's around certain people or a certain individual. Um, but I feel like you are feeling emotionally blocked, and maybe even feeling broken, to a degree in terms of wanting to move into a particular direction, but there's certain energies or certain mindsets, certain people or a particular person who might be preventing you from doing that. And it's not because they have the control, it's not because they have the final say so. It's more so because you've given them the authority in your life to dictate which direction you should go in and when you should move and when you should come and go, and whether or not you should be focused in on your purpose or whether you should be focused in on, maintaining the bills or maintaining the family or the structure. I feel like you're being called to go down a different path though. And I do feel that there's an energy that's surrounding you, or it could be an energy that is within you that's stopping you from taking the leap of faith towards your divine path. But there's some part of your spirit, there's some part of your soul that's pulling you and that's telling you, no, keep going. No, go ahead and focus in on those things that you are gifted at, that you are passionate about. But then you have these other energies that want to stop you from doing that. Um, if this is a person that's around you, this particular individual wants to keep you stuck. You may have a person or multiple people around you who are bitter, who are not healed, who are afraid of change. And largely because they know that once you fully awaken, they see, I feel like you have people around you that see that you are coming into who you was created to be. You're growing, you're blossoming, you're maturing, you're starting to learn, you're starting to see life from a new set of eyes. And I feel like a large part of you wants to move towards those things that you are passionate about. But you have maybe a person or individuals around you that's stopping you from doing this. Or it could just be you. It could just be you and your own fear of taking the leap of faith towards the unknown. Even though you know that where you're at right now, you're not happy in that position. You're not happy around that person or those people. But some part of you continues to hold on because you've become comfortable with being uncomfortable. And so you're being called to move towards your happiness. You're being called to break out of guilt and mental entrapment. You're being called to free yourself. Okay? You have remained blinded. I feel like you remain blinded to the fact that, or for a time, you allowed yourself to remain blinded to the fact that where you are currently is not where you're destined to be. For a time, that's where you were supposed to be because there was lessons to be gained in that moment, in that position. But now you're being called to step out of that and to do something different, to do something that's going to be more in alignment with your spirit and your soul and your divine path, okay? If you have a person around you, this person only wants to control you and cause setbacks in your life. It's time to find yourself again and be happy, okay? This person may be bitter. They may be resistant to change and healing themselves. And so a large part of their happiness and self-gratification comes through having you within their grip, being able to control the narrative over your life. That's what keeps them, is stroking their ego. Because right now I feel like whoever this person or these people are, they might be living directly from their ego. And if these are not people that's around you, then this could literally be an energy that's within you that you need to purge and cleanse from yourself and to step into that, your higher calling, okay? Your higher self. That's the true nature of who you are. We're spirits having a human experience. And so in spite of where you might be in this current time in your existence, I'm not even going to say in your life, but in your existence, because this is not your first time here. And it's likely not going to be your last time here. We're always evolving, always expanding, and it's an infinite, it's never ending, okay? It's never ending. And so it's right now, I feel like you're being called to really create that divine connection between yourself and the Most High God right now, okay? Because one thing about being too overly focused in on materialism or gaining a certain amount of money within your bank, is that when you reach that potential, let's say you set a goal for having 500,000. Not everybody has 500,000. Some people don't even have 5,000. But let's say you set a goal for 500,000 and you reach that mark. But within you're unhappy, within you're unbalanced, within you're not at peace. The only thing that you've been focused on is just humping to get there, and you finally get to 500,000. You know what's going to happen because you've been so focused on materialism? By the time you get to 500,000, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be fulfilling because your soul and your spirit is calling for something that's much greater than something that can disintegrate. Your soul and your spirit is calling for something that is going to allow you to connect from within the spiritual aspect of your being on a soul level. And the only way that you can actually have true gratification and satisfaction is when you create that divine connection between yourself and the Most High God. The spiritual aspect of yourself is connected to the spiritual aspect of that which has formed you and created you. That's the only way that you're going to find true peace. And I feel like if you have certain people around you, they're not comfortable with the fact that you're awakening. They're not comfortable with the fact that you are elevating and growing and expanding in your knowledge and, starting to take that road less traveled. You got your foot, one foot is in and one foot is out. And they're hoping to pull that foot that's out. They want to pull it right back in, because a large part of them knows that the moment that you walk out of that door, or the moment that you begin to walk down that path, they lose that connection, that source that they've been feeding off of to keep themselves having a false sense of security and happiness, because even they are not happy. If they was happy, they wouldn't try to keep you from moving towards your happiness. So I feel like this is what the message is largely about. Maybe that's why I saw the young lady on American Idol, that clip. You know, she had opposing factors, things that took place in her life unexpectedly to her physical vessel, people that came around that tried to drag her down and make her feel even worse about herself. But if she would have internalized that, if she would have allowed other people's definition of who she was to actually define her, if she would have defined herself based on other people's definition of her, she would not have never been able to get on that stage. She would not have never seen the value that she had from her own divinely given gift. The gift that you possess is original. The gift that you possess is one that no one else can take, no one else can replicate. They can try to mimic it, but they can't, because it's your divinely given gift. And so you have people around you that are afraid of what you possess within you. They're afraid of what's growing within you. They are afraid of what you're getting ready to give birth to. The more that you nurture that thing, and the more that you embrace that, and embrace the direction that you're being called to go in, you're going to be on fire, okay? The power and the strength that you possess within you, and the gifts that you possess within you, the more that you nurture those gifts and you love on yourself enough to say, I deserve to live and to be passionate and compassionate about those people that are around me, and I deserve to have it reciprocated to me. And I deserve to be able to just feel free and to be free and to just be me, authentically and transparently me, unapologetically, not worried about what the world thinks, not worried about the numbers, not worried about, the materialism, but just be. You deserve to do that, to be just that. And if you have people around you that want to stop you from being the greatest version of yourself, it's time to cut those cords. Because again, this is, regardless of what you have going on, that's only a snapshot moment of your existence, which is infinitely, it's never ending. It's never ending. We're constantly evolving beings. And this is why materialism, those things that are at the base level, those things that satisfy that carnal nature, those things that satisfy the ego, they're never enough. I don't care how much of it you're able to accumulate in your lifetime. I don't care if you are a multimillionaire. It is never enough, because what your soul and what your spirit calls for is something that is much greater, something that is divine. And when you're connected to the Most High God, the Most High is infinite. The Most High is infinite, and He gives us that example through nature. He gives us that example through us. There's no two versions of you. Even if you have an identical twin, they're still not identical. You see what I'm saying? And so you have to recognize that your greatest satisfaction is going to come from those things that are pleasing to your soul. The greatest abundance that you can gain in your life are those things that will allow you to be infinitely at peace, infinitely happy. And I'm not saying that every single day is going to be just cherries and raindrops. But what I'm saying is, when you have created infinite abundance and the true abundance, that peace from within, no matter what stumbling blocks come your way, you have an infinite supply of peace that you can always rein in order to balance you back out. That's the type of abundance that you want to create for yourself. And if you're holding on to people, places, or things that are not allowing you to become the greatest version of yourself, you won't be able to find that peace. Because in the spiritual realm, they're that stumbling block. They become that blockage that keeps you from actually having that true satisfaction and gratification in life. Let's just see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on here. I'm cutting the deck at the Eight of Cups and this Ace of Wands. This is all about that creative energy, that passion, that fire, that excitement, that zeal for life, that new creative project, that new idea, that gift, that creative spark that's being gifted to you. You're being called, though, to first walk away. You got to walk towards this thing. You got to walk away from those things that no longer serve you. And you have to take this path. And it can seem scary not knowing what's on the other side. But see, in his hand, he possesses the wand. You got to take hold of that gift that has been given to you by the Most High. And you have to walk that path knowing that your creative gift that you possess, that's all you need. When you want to talk about gaining abundance, I'm talking about material abundance. When you are truly walking in your purpose and you doing exactly what you was called and created to do from a space of love, you possess everything that you need within his hand. That wand that was given to him by the Most High God, that wand, that creative gift that was given to you by the Most High God is all you need. And your faith and your perseverance. You walk that path, even if you have to walk it alone for a time. Because on the other side is going to be that reward. Because you've done the work. You took the steps that was necessary. And you nurtured that gift. And you had faith in that gift. Because you can't go wrong in doing those things that you are actually naturally gifted in doing. You can't go wrong in doing those things. But you definitely, life will teach you that you can go wrong in doing things that are inauthentic to your nature. Or that do not allow you to have peace. That you're not compassionate about. You know, it's no love in it. You just do it because you're able to make ends meet. Or you just stay with that person because it provides a sense of security and stability, and you know, you don't really know what else is out there. Look at this. Obviously, this card was for you because it came right back out. Okay, the Ace of Wands. What's at the bottom of the deck here? Look at that, y'all. It's time to drop those burdens. Those things that you've been carrying, whether it's a thought, a mindset, whether it's certain people that you might have been carrying, whether it's, whatever it is that you've been holding on to, you're being called to drop that and to pick up what the Most High is gifting you with, which is this new creative spark, this zeal, this passion, something that's very exciting, okay? That's going to allow you to move forward in success. But you got to first release. You can't pick this up when you got your hands full of things that's weighing you down and burdening you, okay? You're being called to drop those things. You have the Eight of Pentacles here. This is you working on your gift, working on your craft. This is you putting all of that love and that passion into that thing that you have perfected because it is your gift. You know that you're skilled at it. You know that you have a great talent to do it. And this is you being focused, not allowing anyone or anything around you to deter you from doing this, but focused on building your craft. Focused in on perfecting your gift and your skill. And what comes after the Eight of Pentacles is the Nine of Pentacles. That moves you into that energy of abundance, stability, material stability, as well as stability within. You're no longer codependent on anyone in any way, shape, or form. You're in that energy of confidence. You've activated your solar plexus. You're in that, you're stepping into your personal power and your personal strength. And you're moving forward boldly and courageously. And you're reaping the harvest of the hard work that you put in. Those seeds that you planted towards the gift that was given to you, you begin to reap the harvest of those things. So you're being called to drop the burdens and to pick up that gift and to focus in on building it and perfecting it, and not allowing those naysayers around you that just want to keep you to themselves, that want to be selfish because they haven't healed enough to recognize that they too possess a gift. Everyone has their own creative gift. But because some people get so caught up in materialism, they'll allow themselves to stay in a career for 20 plus years, all because it gives them a certain name. It gives them certain clout, and people look at them a certain way because of the title that they possess, or because the hourly rate that they make, or because of the life that it has been able to afford them. But every night they go to bed miserable. Every day they wake up miserable. All throughout the day they're unhappy and they barely smile. And they're trying to keep you from moving towards that thing that you're passionate about, all out of envy and jealousy, because they themselves did not have the courage and the strength to release themselves from the stronghold of a mindset, from an illusion that made them believe that materialism was actually going to keep them truly stable. Yes, it provided physical stability, but if you're not stable from within, then you've wasted 20 plus years of your life worrying about maintaining something that's ultimately going to disintegrate. This is all about evolution. In this lifetime, when you step into your purpose, when you step into your calling, and what you're focused, what you're putting your love into and your passion into is that thing that you was created to do, then when you come back in the next lifetime, you don't have to repeat all of these lessons again. You don't have to be surrounded by all of the same people again that just want to keep that stronghold over you and that grip over you to keep you from stepping into your divinity. No, you'll be an evolved being because you've already gained the lessons and knowing that this is not about putting up a front for others. This is about just being who you was created to be. What else is coming out? Look at this, y'all. Look at all these energies. All of these energies that want to keep you from turning away and moving towards your destiny. The Three of Wands is all about taking the leap of faith, being optimistic about your future, waiting for your ships to come in, knowing that out there there's something greater, there's something better for you, something that has been calling you, that has been telling you within your soul and your spirit, you know that you're being guided to go down a different path, whether it's your belief system, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your certain family members, friends, certain co-workers, all of this energy, you're being called to step away from that and to go towards your destiny. Leave these people to deal with the type of karma that they've created for themselves. Leave these people to deal with the drama. Leave these people to deal with their own confusion. Take the leap of faith and go towards your destiny. All of that chaotic energy. You got a lot of wands coming out. So it's a lot of fiery energy, a lot of passion, you know, whether it's good or bad. It's a lot of energy that just does not want to see you move towards your destiny. A lot of distracting energy, okay? What is this Five of Wands here? The Five of Wands is the Nine of Swords. Whoever this is, whoever these people are, whether it's one person or multiple people, their energy in your life is to cause a lot of stress, to cause a lot of chaos, you know, to cause a lot of pain, to bring drama into your life, to cause sleepless nights, so that the only thing that you can stay focused in on is the betrayal. The only thing that you can stay focused in on is the deception. That's the only thing that you can stay focused in on. This is why they're in your life, to create that chaotic energy so that you would never step into your purpose and move towards your destiny. Okay? This is also spiritual. It's not all just a physical thing. It's also spiritual, okay? Remember, we're spirits having a human experience. And so on a spiritual note, when it comes to stepping into your divine purpose, do you not know that you are operating from the highest vibrational frequency that you can be operating from? Because at that point, you're just allowing yourself to just be who the Most High has divinely created you to be. When you're doing anything in opposition to that, then you are resisting your nature. And when you resist your nature, this is the type of energy that you attract to you. This is the type of emotions that you end up going through. Sleepless nights, overthinking, okay? Lots of emotions that you have to deal with. And it distracts you from focusing in and from perfecting your craft, your gift, your talents, those things that you love, okay? And then what else you have coming out is the Queen of Wands in the reverse. This is someone who is just a straight out bitch, if I might say, okay? This is someone who is very just always argumentative, always just feisty for no doggone reason. You know, someone who is very manipulative in her energy, very angry. You know, never happy with herself, very insecure with herself. She doesn't understand that she could possess talents just like you do. You know, her own talents, her own godly given talents. But the problem is she's so busy being insecure and jealous of other people that she doesn't want to see you move forward. Okay, you got so much fiery wands coming out here. You might potentially be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you might be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But either way, if you're none of those signs, or you're not dealing with someone that's in that energy, just understand that you're being called to move towards your destiny. You're being called to leave some people out in the cold, okay? This type of energy, you're being called to leave these people out in the cold and allow them to deal with the drama that they have created for themselves because they choose to stay stuck in this energy. This is that competitive energy. Always want to be in competition with other people. Never wanting to just be. Just allow yourself to be. What you need to be in competition for, this is not a race to the finish line. We all come here to have an experience in these physical vessels. This is not about who can get the most and who can flaunt the most and who can stunt the most and who can get the most accolades and who can get the most likes and who can get the most this and that. That's all surface stuff. This is about just you coming in, doing what you was created to do. And whatever, if it's healing to someone else, whether you're a musician, whether you're a dancer, whether you're a writer, whether you're a speaker, it doesn't matter what it is that you do, whether you do hair, whether you're a healer, whatever it is that you do, you've been put here to do it from a space of love, from passion, and you allow yourself to just be free in doing those things that you have been divinely called to do. This is not about a competition. This is not about a race. And there's too many people that's in this low vibrational energy, insecure, jealous, wanting to stay at the top, wanting to be competitive with you. You're being called to leave those people out in the cold. Okay? And so maybe this is something that you've been stressed about. Maybe you've been stressed about having to release these people because some part of you has allowed yourself to get comfortable in this energy. Maybe they try to come in and, gaslight you or make you feel, trauma bond you, offer these apologies or this false love. And it has you confused. You find yourself at a crossroads. Should I go or should I stay? But if it's not allowing peace, if it's not allowing you to be in peace, if it's not allowing you to remain balanced internally, if it's not allowing you to move in your divine purpose, if they are resistant to you walking down your divine path, if you are not able to grow, if you are not able to openly express who you are becoming, okay? Especially if you've had these people around for multiple years or all of your life, and you know that you're growing, you know that you're starting to see life from a new set of eyes, but now you have to suppress it. You can't even openly express who you are becoming because these people they're so jealous and they're so insecure within themselves, and they refuse to go through the transformation. They refuse to allow themselves to open up their spiritual eyes and to see things from a more spiritual perspective. They're so caught up in the material that these people, you're afraid of how they're going to respond. You're afraid of whether or not they're going to accept you for who you are becoming. And this is why you're being called to release yourself from these people. Because on the other side, there's other people that's just like you that decided to walk away. I talk to them all the time, okay? Had to take the path alone. I'm one of them. I'm a living witness of this, okay? You have to take the road less traveled when it comes to doing those things that you are divinely guided to do. And sometimes it means walking away from everybody, especially when they're in this energy. Why would you stay in this? Why would you stay in this? The only person that will stay in this type of energy is the person who enjoys drama, the person who enjoys chaos, the person who enjoys competition. There's no room for growth in this type of energy. These people will never grow staying in this type of energy. They still have to go through a whole host of lessons, and it all involves, first it has to start from within, because they're so insecure and they're so bitter and so jealous in their energy that it's so much work that still needs to be done for these people, and it's stressing you out. It's time for you to walk away from it, okay? You're being handed an opportunity. You're being handed an opportunity to take a hold of that gift that is only yours, that's only being handed to you, and to walk that path. Turn your back on the past and move forward to the future. You're being handed the opportunity right now. Look at this. These people, You've already unmasked them. You know who they are. Three of Cups in reverse. These are not your true friends. These are not people that truly care about you. This is drama. This is gossiping. Okay? These are people that are even envious of one another. They come together. They act like they're celebrating with one another, but they're truly against one another. Okay? You've unmasked these people. You see who they truly are. You've caught them up in their lies and in their deception. You know who these people are. They've always talked about you. They've always worked against you. They've always had deceptive motives towards you because they really played in on your abandonment issues. And they was hoping that as long as you stayed in this energy of not being healed, as long as you stayed in this energy of being overly focused in on whether or not you're going to have somebody if you take this path, or whether or not you're going to be alone, as long as you stayed in this type of energy, they can maintain their grip over your life, and they could trauma bond you and keep you there, and to keep you, because they know without your energy, without your beautiful energy and your healed energy, this is what they're left with. This is what they're left with. Okay? Wait, this card is out. Okay, look at all these wands that's coming out tonight. Some of y'all, you're being called to pull your emotions back from these people, okay? This could be indicating that you might have a male figure around you. It could be a father figure for some of you, or it could be an actual partner that you might have in your life who is not truly emotionally there. It could be a friend, a male best friend that's not, they don't have true emotions towards you. They're not really emotionally available to you. They don't have a lot. This is someone that has a blocked off heart chakra, okay? They're emotionally unbalanced and unstable. They might be a over drinker, okay? But this is someone who, they don't love themselves, so they have no love for you, okay? They have no insight when it comes to the spiritual aspect of themselves. You're being called to step into the King of Wands energy. The King of Wands, he goes after what he wants. He knows what he wants. He knows what he's passionate about, and he does not hesitate to get up and go after it, okay? He's in his creative nature. He's a boss, okay? He's a leader. And he steps into his power unapologetically, okay? He knows what moves to make and when to make them. And I feel like, and he's very confident in who he is as well, okay? He knows that he possesses a gift. He knows, and look at this, y'all. You got the King of Wands and then the Queen of Wands in reverse. You was fooled. If this is a relationship that you have been called to walk away from because this person doesn't want to see you step into your power and to move towards your destiny, this is someone who tricked you into thinking that they was your divine partner, but they are not that. They are just the opposite of that. They are very karmic to you, okay? They see you in your truth. They see you in your power. They know who you are. They came in and they wore a false mask, okay? They deceived you into thinking that the two of you were in alignment with one another, but you are not. You are not the same, okay? This person wore a false mask. This person might have pulled you in with their sexual energy. They might have pulled you in with, because generally the Queen of Wands can be promiscuous in her energy. She can be, maybe alluring when it comes to her physical attractiveness, because that's what she uses at the forefront. That's her representative, her sexual energy. The Jezebel spirit comes through the Queen of Wands in reverse. And that's only because of her insecurity that she's able to embody that spirit. And she wears it well. She wears it proudly, because for her, she thinks that her sexual energy is enough to keep someone in her life. She doesn't have to offer anything else. She doesn't have to offer any love. She doesn't have to bring anything to the table. She can go out with her friends who don't even like each other. She don't like them. They don't like her. They don't like each other. They gossip about one another. They get drunk. They party. They do all of these types of things. They go out. They start drama, chaos, conflict, and this is the type of energy that they end up in. This is the type of energy that they bring to other people's lives. Stress, sleepless nights, okay? If this is the type of person that's been around you, whether it's a relationship or whoever it might be, just know that this person is not for you. And your intuition has been telling you, take the leap of faith. Take the road less traveled. Go towards your passion. Go towards that gift. Take the opportunity that is being presented to you. Look at what's at the bottom of the deck. The Wheel of Fortune. This is all about old cycles closing out and new cycles beginning. Leave these people in the past. These people could be from your past life that you've accumulated and you've taken these people with you multiple lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. These people have held on to have hung on to your coattail, okay, because they knew that you possessed a powerful gift. And you might not have learned the lessons in your past lives, but you being called to learn the lesson in this one, because we're in the age of Aquarius. This is the time of awakening. This is the time where everything about people, places, things, the governmental structure, spirituality, everything is being revealed and brought to the forefront. And if you have been seeking the knowledge, then you are going to find it, okay? And so I feel like these people, their mask is coming off. They can't fool you into thinking that you're in alignment with them anymore, okay? They're completely upside down in their energy. You're in the upright. So you're being called to take the leap of faith. It was destined for you to take this path. You are being called to continue to move forward. And the thing is, because the Wheel of Fortune has come out, I strongly feel that even if you resist this and you don't take the initiative to release yourself from these people, there's going to be a tower moment that makes you release yourself from these people, because I feel that whatever you're called to do is something that no one can take away from you. It's something that you can't avoid. It's something that you're supposed to do, because you're being called to close out the old cycles. And when you close out old cycles, I'm not just talking about from last season in this lifetime. No, I'm talking about old cycles of previous lifetimes where these people have hung onto your coattail. In this lifetime, you're being called to release them. Allow them to get the lessons that they need so that they too can evolve, okay? If you don't do that, you're doing yourself a disservice and you're doing them an even greater disservice. Take action. Take your power back. That's why you got all of these wands out here. That's all about action and forward movement, okay? You're being called to look at this, because you know what's on the other side of that? Once you drop these burdens, you're going to be celebrated. Victory and success. More wands. You're going to be celebrated once you drop these burdens. Once you release these people who have been nothing but deceptive, dishonest, and drama-filled and competitive with you, you're going to be put up in the position that you deserve to be in, where people are applauding you, people are supporting you. Okay, you're finally going to get the recognition and the reward that you deserve, that you have rightfully earned. But you can't move into that energy having people around you that's in competition. You can't move into that energy holding on to a karmic partner who's just jealous and envious of you. A person that is jealous and envious of you will cause stumbling blocks in your life on purpose, okay? They will make you feel guilty about moving towards your passions on purpose, okay? Let me see about this Queen of Wands in reverse. This Queen of Wands in reverse, I knew it. Let's talk about this first, y'all. This Queen of Wands in reverse might be somebody that you've invested a lot of time in, okay? You might have put in a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and you've been waiting to reap some sort of benefit, some sort of harvest from being with this person. You might have been around this person 7 years or more, but if it hasn't been that long, you've put a lot of time and effort in it, and you've been sitting up here waiting for something to come through. You have an opportunity to start something new, but you're so focused on how much you've invested in this person that a large part of you, that's probably why you don't want to let them go, because it's like, look at how much I've invested in you. You know, to walk away from this, if you feel like you've walked away from all that you've invested in. But consider what will happen if you stay with this person. Not only are they going to stifle your growth in terms of your forward movement and your spiritual evolution, but they'll stifle you moving towards those things that you're passionate about. They'll always bring that energy, that chaotic energy in your life spiritually that will stop you from moving towards your destiny. Okay? Because in their own mind, they're giving you the evil eye. Speaking of the evil eye, when this card comes out, when the Queen of Wands comes out in the reverse, I always think that this is somebody that plays with dark magic, okay? And what's right here behind that? The Magician. The Magician. So this is someone who will maliciously do things against you to stop you from being able to move towards your destiny, okay? This is someone that will do sex magic largely because she uses her sexual energy to keep people around, because she knows that if that's not at the forefront of who she is, of her representative, then most people will be repelled by her, whether it's a male or a female, okay? You take it how it resonates in your circumstances. But this is someone in their energy. They're just all upside down, backwards. Nothing about them is divine. Temperance is in the reverse. They have no patience. They're emotionally off balance. They might even overindulge. This person, they're not healed. They're resisting healing. They have no spiritual connection whatsoever. And this person might even front and act like they do, but behind closed doors, they practice and they working with demons, practicing dark magic, doing all types of things against you to cause maybe even financial issues. This Queen of Wands might have been doing things against you purposely to cause financial issues so that you would always have to be in the cold with them. Okay, misery loves company. So they might have been doing things against you. You planted all of these seeds and invested all of this money or all of this time and all of this energy and effort into something just to feel like you reap no harvest, just to feel like you're taking setbacks over and over again. It's because of whoever this person is, these people, who these people are. Okay, this came out together. It could be a group of people, multiple people working together against you, and you're starting to see it very clearly. Okay, the Seven of Swords is in reverse. You might have caught them up in some things. You're starting to see it very clearly. So it's time for you to go ahead and take the leap of faith. Move towards your happiness. If you live with this person, it's an unstable household. There's no happiness there. You got the Queen of Wands here. I mean, the Queen of Cups. Whew. The Devil. The Eight of Wands here in the reverse. So, yeah, this person is definitely practicing dark magic, just to let y'all know, okay? But you may have someone here. Some of you, if you're a masculine, you have a feminine energy who is actually very emotionally balanced and stable, who you're able to grow with, someone who is actually able to open your heart up again, because I feel like the King of Cups came out in the reverse, okay? So you're not emotionally, there's no love here in this relationship. If this is a relationship, like I said, take it how it resonates. But this Queen of Cups in the upright, this is someone that knows who she is. She practices self-love, okay? She's very intuitive and very gifted. She is very balanced and stable. But this person here, this Queen of Wands in reverse, and this Devil, this is what you've been connected to. This is what you've been attached to. A very toxic, low vibrational energy that does not want to see you move forward in your success and your happiness. And there's another Wands card. Does not want to see you move forward in your success and happiness. Is very jealous and envious, and is always sending very dark and negative energy your way to keep you stuck and bound to her. It's time for you to make a judgment call. It's time for you to make a real decision about where you want to go, what path you're deciding to take. Of course, you have free will. If you want to stay in this type of energy, if you want to stay around a person that's like this, that wants to control your every move, that wants to control everything that you do, that's very disrespectful in her energy, the way that she talks to you, when you got the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse, this woman is more than disrespectful. She puts you down to the point where if you have no love for yourself, she would make you look in the mirror and feel like you was the worst thing stepping. Okay, that you was lower than low. Okay, lower than the lowest snake that ever slithered on the ground. This is how this woman will make you feel with her mouth. Okay, that's the type of energy that you want to hold on to. You think that you can actually be fruitful and grow being in that type of energy? That is not the type of energy that's going to allow you to move into your purpose and to grow in your gifts. It's time for you to take your power back. Okay, it's time for you to take your power back. Do what's necessary to heal and to cleanse yourself. Strengthen yourself. Stand up on your own 2 feet. Gather up your courage and your strength to walk away. Okay? I'm telling y'all what it is. Somebody needs to hear this message, okay? I'm just going to pull a couple of more cards. You have right here the Six of Wands. It's time for you to leave. Don't miss out on an opportunity that is being given to you by staying stuck. By staying stuck, okay? Because you're not really stuck. That's all in your mind, okay? It's time for you to get up and take back control of your life. Let me see what else. I'm going to just pull these cards for some advice, and I'm going to close out, y'all. Be patient and plan, okay? You're being called to be patient and to plan, okay? Maybe some of you will be able to take this leap of faith towards the spring season, okay? We're already in the winter So I feel like towards the spring, you'll be able to actually do what's necessary. You'll have the strength that you need. Okay, that stability that you need. So be patient and plan. You have embracing here. So embrace, stay in the now, stay in the moment. It doesn't mean that you have to be bitter in your energy. It just means that you have to know that on the other side of this, there is greater, there is better. So hold the vision and get back focused in on those things that you're passionate about. Get back focused in on perfecting your craft, okay? And not allowing this energy to disrupt you. Listen to your intuition is what you're being called to do, because you have the sword of truth here. You might have been buried. You might have been taken down by these energies that was around you, but this will be Phoenix rising from the ashes and rising with that sword of truth. So now you have that clarity. You see things very clearly from the spiritual aspect of things as well as from the physical aspect of things. And now you're being called to balance that energy out. 6 plus 1 equals 7. So you're being called to listen to that spiritual insight, because the number 7 is the number of spirituality. Listen to that spiritual insight that you've gained through all the lessons that you had to learn from these types of people, and use that to take the leap of faith. Yeah, this is all about awareness, and that's putting a lot of emphasis on the crown chakra. And the crown chakra is that divine connection between yourself, the spiritual aspect of yourself, and the Most High God, and all things that exist around you, okay? And so listen to that. You have the awareness of what's going on here. Let me pull from this deck real quick. So you have laziness coming out in the reverse and ordinariness. So come out of this energy of being lazy and allowing yourself to be comfortable with being you get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because this is nothing but glass all around this person. And he's built up a false sense of security, eating unhealthy, not really happy, pretending to be happy though, but a false sense of security. You're being called to come up out of that energy and to get outdoors, get out into nature, build, step back into seeing that there's abundance of all things that exist around you. That's what nature does when you get out into nature. It shows you that there is an abundance of all things, that there is no lack. And it helps you to rid yourself of any lack mentality that tells you that there's not an abundance of peace that you can find out there. There's not an abundance of love that you can find out there. There's not an abundance of material security that you can find out there. It's all readily available to you. It's all about how you view things and the mindset and the people that you allow to be in your energy, because that plays a major factor in how you see life and how you experience life. And so it's time for you. Look at this. These people don't want to do nothing but cause guilt trips for you. They want you to feel guilty for wanting to be transparent. This woman is sitting here naked and amongst nature, not just amongst nature, but seeing the, embracing the universe, embracing all things that exist around her, including herself, and knowing that she's one with all things. Okay. And so these people, they want you to feel guilty about that. They coming around clawing at your mind, keeping you up at night, sending these negative dark energies your way. Like I said, dark magic is definitely, spell work is definitely being done by this woman or this man, multiple people that's around you. Bad energy, okay? So you wondering why you can't have any peace of mind is because it's time for you to embrace who you have grown to become, okay? Embrace it, accept it, and take the leap of faith in that energy, okay? Let me pull one more card and I'm going to close out, y'all. Look at this. This came out in the reverse. Clinging to the past, and right here at the bottom of the deck is politics in reverse. What did I tell y'all? The past, it kept you locked in. It kept your vision obscured. You couldn't even see. You might have even been around people that was heavy drinkers that had you drinking and kept you clinging to the past, okay? Because you see that wine bottle behind her, okay? And I already called out multiple energies that would indicate, a lot of over drinking, over partying around the wrong types of people and that type of energy. And so it had you clinging to the past. You were so focused and stuck on the past that you couldn't even see the future. How can you be optimistic about the future if you can't even see, if you can't even visualize anything outside of what you've gotten yourself into or what you have allowed yourself to stay attached to? You was clinging to the past, but this came out in the reverse. I feel like many of you are ready to release and let it go, and you should be. Now is the time. You're being called to release it now. And so clinging to the past is in the reverse. And then you have politics in reverse. So that means you've unmasked some people. I told you, these people, this woman If this is a woman or a man, that Queen of Wands in reverse, she came around making you believe that the two of you was supposed to be together, but that was a mask. Okay, you've unmasked this person, and you see the snake that's actually behind that. You see the wickedness and the evil and the ugliness that's actually behind the mask, the representative. Okay, and so now you're being called to go within. This is it. I'm done, y'all. Live moment to moment. Take the leap of faith. Live moment to moment. It doesn't matter what type of stumbling blocks those people try to throw your way. Keep going. Keep taking the path and stay balanced along the way. Stay in the now. And while you're in the now, create the vision. Stay focused on your purpose. I love y'all. If you want a private reading from me, you can always email me. Thank you for all the likes, subscriptions, and the donations. And I will be, I'll talk to you all next time. All right.